Welcome back to the Nerdrotic channel. My name is Gary Beekler, and I am live in San Francisco, California, and I come to you from nerdrotic.com. How's it going? Good morning. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Hope everyone is having a good time. I'm going without headphones today, so hopefully I will not blow your ears out. I tend to be a little loud once in a while, and it will be loud in the background because we got family here, and that's okay. How is everybody? Gonna wait for some people to roll in. I do have some bad Christmas news for you, but then I got some good stuff, and then we're just going to talk. I'm going to bring you a little bit of Doctor Who stuff early on once we get some people in here. And then we're just going to be chatting with you in the chat. There's not a ton of news. We can talk about Aquaman. But yeah, I have some theories I'd like to go over with you. And yeah, I think we will have a good time today. I hope everybody's got their Christmas shopping done. Oh yeah, Gary time. It's Nooner time. It's our time. It's our time. Feeling better now, Gary. Not completely well, but getting there. DJ Bowman, it's good to hear. On the mend. That's what we like to hear. Counterpart JK needs an acting award. Bryce, absolutely. Last night's episode was amazing. We could talk about Counterpart too. I am totally okay with that. I was a little worried in the first couple episodes, but man, last night's episode was awesome. It was so good. Merry Christmas to the Doctor. The Doctor is here. The real Doctor is here, not the cosplay Doctor that we've been watching. A live stream before Christmas. Yes. Yeah, this is a kind of a quiet time on YouTube. This is generally where like we don't get a ton of views. We're doing okay. So I've got a couple of Doctor Who videos that I'm going to wait till after Christmas to drop on you that actually are ready, but I decided to wait. I want to maximize their view potential, we will say. Yeah, you're welcome, DJ Bowman. And the Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey for £2. Wishing you all a Merry Christmas. Back at you. I hope you are feeling better, my friend. I hope you are. And Mary Ashmead is here and her wrench. How are you? Hope you and your Logan and your family are doing well. I've got both my boys here today, so I'm not really sure how my internet connection is going to be. That's what took so long, as I was waiting for my camera to update. I was noticing on my Counterpart live stream last night there was dropping frames and audio was out of sync. So I apologize for that. I can't really tell until afterwards, unfortunately. It does tell me how my stream's doing, but it's you never know. Sometimes it's good and it's bad, and I have no idea. You could check out our schedule, of course, at nerdrotic.com. Cato, thank you very much. And Cato, again, thank you for your help with the Christmas ideas video. I hope you all liked it. There is so many more. I'm not going to be able to get to them, but I'll probably be doing a live stream tomorrow sometime. I'm not sure when, though. I have a time on the schedule, but it's kind of iffy because family comes first. You know, family's got to come first. Cato is rocking. Thank you, Gamer Gambit. And we got Natasha Coulter here, CD Horde, DJ Bowman, Gamer Gambit, Colin Paczynski. Sorry if I messed up your last name there. TM Martin, Gareth Morgan. Greetings all. Let's see who else is here. Macro Death, Mr. Twisted 72, the Filthy Casual. How do you like my first Wolverine / Harry Potter review? I thought it was very good, actually. He's just Filthy Casual is just starting out a channel, and I dug it. It's a good start. It's a good start. If you go back and watch some of our earlier videos, yeah, you know, it's a process, man. It's a process. This reminds me, I have to start my Christmas shopping. Philip, you and I are just like that. I got mine done yesterday. Well, mostly done. I'm going to have to go out and get one more thing today. We got another super chat from Liam Hodgetts, £5. Good to see you, my friends. Greetings. Happy Christmas, as you guys say over there in the UK. A small donation to the Pete's Coffee and Avocado Fund. Merry Christmas. This episode not brought to you by, oh, my thing is covering it there. Pete's Coffee. Yes. You know, the thing about Pete's is I've been going to Pete's now. I go there every morning. Every morning I go to the gym, and I go to the gym every morning. I don't miss it. I will be working out tomorrow. And been going to the gym for 5 years. They've never, ever acknowledged my name or anything. Pete's Coffee. They all know me, and as soon as they see me coming, my coffee is ready when I get to the counter. It's real. I mean, it's pretty easy, but all they have to do is pour some coffee. It's so good. Yeah, I don't like fancy coffees. I just like coffee. Coffee. OG Spot Glove is in the house. Evil Ash 3373, Jason Remington, Raptor 1, Brent Newman, Dark Angel Ire. Going up to see if I missed anybody. It's weird not doing this with my headphones on. Love Pawn. And yeah, we'll let some more people roll in. Again, we will be talking about Doctor Who. And you know what? Are my headphones around here? They're not. Okay, I was going to like put them on, but I don't know where they are. So don't worry about it. It's just weird. I'm used to having my headphones on. It kind of blocks out the world, the background world. All right. And Felipe Diaz, what's up? So we got enough people here. Let's get right to it. And yes, I'm going to start time stamping these. I know I said I would. It's very time consuming, but I will eventually get around to it. Okay, so we know the Doctor Who Christmas specials. We're not getting one this year, and we're not. What they haven't mentioned is they keep saying that Doctor Who, we will not get Doctor Who until 2020, meaning we're not getting one in 2019. Well, there was an article that I found while I was doing the Christmas ideas. I had it in my memory. I remember reading it like a year ago. Here, it's a Digital Spy article. It's old, but I'll read it to you. And this is I brought you the same information in the Christmas ideas, but what it didn't click with me is that Chris Chibnall was offered the Christmas special for 2017. That was his, you could have started then with the 13th Doctor at that time. He chose not to do it. So I guess Stephen Moffat was at some dinner party, and he was told that if you do the Christmas special, you're going to lose the slot. It's a very busy slot. Quite frankly, if you go to the ratings, and we can do that later, it's one of the highest rated Doctor Who episodes. This is a Christmas special. So it was complete insanity to not do it. Now, whether you like Jodie Whittaker or not, not having a Christmas show, I'm perfectly okay with it, by the way. But here we go. We go here. Okay, there was one glitch with Christmas, Moffat told Digital Spy. I was going to leave at the end of series 10. I had my finale planned and what I wanted to do with it. I had a good notion of that. Then I learned at a drinks event somewhere that Chris didn't want to start with Christmas. So at that point, we were going to skip Christmas. There'd be no Christmas special, and we would have lost the slot. Moffat suggested that if Doctor Who had skipped Christmas in 2017, it might not have gotten its much coveted December 25th slot back. Doctor Who would have lost the slot, and it wouldn't have done a special because Christmas Day is so rammed. Yee. Nobody wants anything to be rammed, for sure. So I said, probably 4 glasses of red wine in, and that's probably when he wrote the episode too, on a napkin. I'll do Christmas. And then we persuaded Peter Capaldi that's how he's leaving. Then I said I had to work. Then I had to work out how you could get mortally injured in one episode and spend an hour regenerating on Christmas Day, which I hopefully have done. But while the changeover showrunners in the epic event, Moffat further admitted that handing the reins over to Chibnall is incredibly prosaic in many ways. I have no idea. It's like handing every other job. Chris was incredibly blah, blah, blah. So in that, Chris Chibnall has turned down 3 Christmas specials now. So they're not getting the slot back. So I'm going to stick to my guns. Doctor Who's Christmas specials have been canceled for good. For good. Maybe they got enough juice to maybe get it back in 2020. The reason I think this is just a little more evidence that season 12 may be its last. And instead of a female doctor bowing out after only 2 seasons, I can see the season being split in 2020, them calling it 3 seasons, or them ending on what they will call a high note with a female doctor. Now there is the thought of like, ooh, man, would it look good or bad if they canceled the show because of the female doctor? Well, I think there's a lot of evidence that there is no interest in the show, and they greatly overestimated this new young female audience that they were supposed to get, that was supposed to carry the show over. There's been a bunch of marketing research. There's been a bunch of stuff out there. Saying that that the male audience doesn't buy toys anymore, and we're kind of dipping out on stuff, and that's part of the reason for the slide in movie ticket sales and merchandise sales. And they're not really thinking about what they're giving us. They never do, because they just look at they call us consumers, so they see us as this big mouth that they got to throw stuff into. That's never ever the hunger is never quenched, which is not the case. Now, the 18 to 49 males' tastes have changed. Video games has a lot to do with that. YouTube has way more to do with it than anybody ever mentions, which is fine. Okay, whatever. Just don't mention it. They want to talk about Netflix and everything, but nobody ever talks about YouTube. The fact of the matter, though, is there's a lot of YouTube channels that make money, that give a lot of views from talking about television. There's still lots of interest in television from the male and female audience. Doctor Who was a show that was for everybody. So when you see articles coming out saying that, when you're complaining about Doctor Who, you're part of some right-wing conspiracy, it's insane. It's insane. Because why would you like Doctor Who? I mean, like, it's just dumb. Okay. Coffee's kicking in. It is my belief it's canceled for good. I can also stick by that maybe Chris Chibnall's got a problem with Christmas. I think Stephen Moffat had a problem with Christmas. He's the one who they keep rolling out his quote saying, we've mined Christmas. Well, I just got, God, Cato, what, Cato, it was hundreds. It was hundreds of Christmas ideas, hundreds from our very limited reach. We are still a very small channel. Imagine if the BBC had asked for that. Like, hey, we got a year. Submit your Christmas idea. Do it in the form of a 1-paragraph outline. Don't give us the whole damn story. And let's see what we get. And I guarantee you could have taken one of those stories, 3 of those stories, cobbled them together, and had a professional writer, put them together. One who has Doctor Who experience, somebody like, I don't know, Jamie Matheson, Russell T Davies, somebody who's written Doctor Who before, or written a decent Doctor Who episode before. And you could have come up with something, but instead they did this. Yes, I believe it's because they want to sell Doctor Who to a global audience. It's too much of a specific religious holiday, blah, blah, blah. But then I went Christmas shopping yesterday. And we went to a couple malls, and we went to a store called Hot Topic, which used to be kind of like your one-stop punk rock shop now. Now it's your one-stop kind of SJW shop now, with a lot of pop vinyls and just a lot of, I used to have like punk rock and roll stuff. It's now rock and roll's kind of turned into fandom. They have these giant pop vinyl walls that I avoid like a plague. So in the midst of all the melee of this last minute Christmas shopping, yesterday was probably rivaled Black Friday as it was insane at the mall. It was absolutely insane. And the Bay Area is a crowded place. Okay. There's millions of people here. It's the 4th largest media market in the country. And I went to a couple of them, and there was Doctor Who merchandise aisles. I have video of this, which will be going in my next video, that looked untouched. They looked like they were in a museum, like they were being shot for a catalog or something like that. Nobody touched it. Everything was 50% off. Buy 2 get 1 free. All the other shelves around it with Marvel stuff and like Nightmare Before Christmas stuff was ever it was strewn all around the store. But the Doctor Who shelf was pristine, and there was nothing. But another thing I noticed about the Doctor Who merchandise is there was nothing for dudes. 0, nothing. It was straight up. They for one, they had a full Doctor costume you could buy. And nobody touched that. There was Doctor Who purses, there was Doctor Who makeup stuff, there was Doctor Who, all this kind of stuff. And yeah, okay. So, I got a lot of clap back for calling it a girl show, but it is. I mean, it is. That's what it is now. And they want to change the format. That's fine. It's their prerogative. But, then they want to call us things when we don't like it. It's whatever. I don't care. But, I'm going to look forward to this because it's proof positive. We got the audience score. We've got merchandising. I wish I could find somewhere I could find some merchandising numbers. If anybody knows any, please DM me on Twitter or email me at nerdrotics@gmail.com. I do have a source in one of the toy places who told me things are dire. That's the quote, dire. And they're really not coming out with anything new. They're just repainting stuff as far as action figures, and they've pretty much given up on the action figure. They don't even, they're just going to continue coming out with some repaints. They did a Bill Potts one last year. They're not making many new ones. I know they're doing a Jody one, and probably some of these guys. I mean, are you like, I don't know. Doctor Who's like the one place where you can buy like an 80-year-old guy action figure and be cool. I got my, I'm looking up there, my 80-year-old Tom Baker. Let's get to the chat. Yeah, and of course I have a video incoming on the current drop in the audience score, which is insane, by the way. It's remember when Last Jedi, when somebody pointed out the Rotten Tomatoes audience score, it popped up a bit because a bunch of Star Wars fans started pumping it up. That's not the case here. That is not the case here. Tom Baker is my hero as well. And I remember I got the box set, which has got the painting. It's from the 50th anniversary special. And I'm like, I'm buying an action figure of like an 80-year-old guy. And I'm like, fucking excited. I'm excited. And he's got a cane, and only Doctor Who can do this. I got my Sarah Jane Adventures action figures. Only Doctor Who could do this. But only Doctor Who could ruin this shit too. And well, the BBC, I can't really say Doctor Who, but the BBC, and we have no choice. They are never going to get rid of it. So, is that it? I mean, did they just destroy a franchise that was 55 years old in a year? I think, like Star Wars, it's going to take a couple years to see the repercussions for this, as with all things. But I think 2018 will go down in history as the death of 3 major franchises. As far as them being dead permanently, no, of course not. They will always be around. They will always have their fans. But Star Wars was like in the stratosphere. Doctor Who was in the stratosphere about 3. Honestly, it wasn't Jodie who started killing it, but I think her era was the final nail in the coffin. I actually think the Capaldi era started killing it, and it wasn't his fault, but unfortunately, that's the case. I hate to bring that, and I don't like to bring that news because he's one of my favorite doctors. Like, I freaking love Capaldi, and I would love to see him. God, in a special, something written by somebody else. I'm sure he'll return for some kind of anniversary. I think the next anniversary we have is the 60th anniversary. I mean, he's going to be much older by then, but what is it? We got like 4 or 5 years till the 60th anniversary. I think there'll be something. I'm sure Tenet will come back. Fragwitz, the last season of Capaldi, I didn't like. I liked his performance, and I liked Bill. But it had a bunch of forgettable episodes, but it had memorable performances. Seeing the Master come back was cool. I really wish they wouldn't have spoiled it, because that would have been just the greatest damn freaking. Yes, I will. Sorry, I was too busy talking there, but yeah, I'm on it right now. By the way, thank you guys, and Merry Christmas again. Okay, so we have Reaver Man. Chibnall, Ryan Johnson's Doctor. Ryan Johnson's Doctor Who. Yes, Reaver Man. He is part of the multi-headed Hydra of the franchise Apocalypse. Let's see if I can bring that picture up. No, I don't want Discord right now. I really don't want Discord right now. And then I'll read the next super chat. Guys, thank you for sending super chats, and I apologize. I get rolling, and I just don't shut up. Ask my wife. What is this? A uniform coin. When Doctor Who knows nothing about Doctor Who for £1.99. Exactly. And isn't that what's going on? Is the people in charge, they want to bring in new blood, fine, but have an overseer, Kevin, why things work for Kevin Feige? And actually one of the directors for Captain Marvel came out and said so. It doesn't matter who directs these Marvel movies. They have people. The only thing they direct is the actors. They don't do any of the special effects or action scenes. Those are all set up by other people. So they come in and direct the actors, and boom, they're out. And then they have this machine ready to put everything else together. That's why they all look the same. It's put together a lot like a TV show, like a giant, expensive TV show. Ridiculed Reptile reviews. Hey, Gary, Merry Christmas. Sitting here with a case of, oh my God, of sinitis and missing out on the celebrations, but happy to catch your live stream nonetheless. What have we been talking about so far? I've been crapping on Doctor Who a little bit before we get into our Christmas cheer. But I also thank you for the 100 Swedish dollars. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, Chris Chibnall is a proud member. Of this. Yeah, I threw this together in like 2 minutes. There's always room for another head, though. There really is. What I missed was Kurtzman. Kurtzman's supposed to be, just imagine his head's down here. I had JJ up there, and I figured he's enough. Because he kind of covers both Star Trek and Star Wars. JJ is the worst thing to happen to genre cinema since, oh man, he makes Michael Bay look good. I'll just say that. You know what? There's Michael Bay films I enjoy. So there you go. But that damn JJ, thank you for reminding me, by the way. Hey, Gary, I hope you have a great Christmas, my friend. Cheers. The Filthy Casual, you as well. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Bill Whitaker, cut off one head, you get two more. Exactly. Bloody hydras. I know. Those damn hydras, they're so pesky. We need some hydra repellent. I'm going to try to slither into the Doctor Who writing room and mix some shit up, Gary. Bring back the old school goodness. Ridiculous Reptile reviews. Please do. Infiltrate. We need to organize and infiltrate. Just kind of like what's been going on in our popular culture and media right now. Bit of organization and infiltration, I would say. Would you say? Hail Cobra. Hail Cobra. HNX Media. Yes, I've always been a kind of a Cobra guy. Nah, I've been I'm a Marvel guy, but I like Cobra a lot and G.I. Joe. And knowing is half the battle, my friend. Knowing is half the battle. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you as well, Mako. How's it going? Unleash Harvey to slay it. If I could, if I had that kind of power, I would. Michael Bay directed that Got Milk commercial with Really? I didn't know. Listen, I like a couple Michael Bay movies. I like some really bad movies, guys. I do. I like Con Air is one of my favorite films of all time. It really is. Yes. Just signed on. What's this about Christmas specials? Well, Joseph 49, I have put two and two together. I put on my sleuth hat and I read some articles that I Googled. I spent at least 10 minutes investigating this. A lot of time. Just no, every T crossed, every I dotted. And I've noticed that there is going to be no Christmas special this year or next year because they said no Doctor Who until 2020. Then I was reading a quote that I was reminded of when I was doing a previous video, and it mentioned that Chris Chibnall he was off of the Christmas special last year and didn't do it. So Moffat had to be talked into it while he was drunk. That's why we got such a crappy Christmas episode. And William, the William Hartnell Doctor, the first Doctor, was portrayed as a sexist. Freaking damn it! That makes me so mad. I get thrown off a little bit. When I finished watching that episode, I was all looking forward to like saying goodbye to Capaldi and then yes, I was going to turn it off before the regeneration. That was my plan. My plan was just to be when Capaldi's done, I'm done. I turn off the TV and Doctor Who's done for me. And then, the rest is history. I decided to watch it anyway and just got pissed off. But I was so pissed by the end of the episode, I forgot to do it. I was like, well, fuck it. It's already ruined now before Jodie even gets here because they just pissed on another Doctor for current year shit. And it just was it was a portent. It was a precursor. It was a prologue. That was pretty much, I knew right then what we were going to get. I'm like, and a lot of you did too. It wasn't just about Jody, the doctor being female. We know what's going to come with it. And they are not going to be able to hold back. And they did not. Word is they tried, but holy shit. Yeah, I was fucking mad. Oh my God. So, yeah, after that episode, this room, which used to be floor to ceiling Doctor Who, just all Doctor Who, took it all down. I saved a corner, took it all down. That was my protest that nobody saw. But what the hell? Yeah, it felt good. Even Satan hates Chibnall. I know. It's such a sacrilegious to wear a shirt like this on Christmas Eve, but it's not Christmas Day. I don't have Christmas shirts or sweaters. I mean, I love Christmas. I celebrate Christmas, but I don't wear red or green. Dr. PC female hero. The time is here, DJ Bowman. Yes. The time is here. It's so refreshing. And that's what we hear in every goddamn article, how refreshing it is. Because it really needed new life, because it was just, as Jodie Whittaker put it, a bunch of old white dudes running around. So, well, turns out her big rating success wasn't that much of a success. What they keep averaging, they keep throwing at us average numbers. You take away the first 2 episodes, and her average is among the lowest of Doctor Who. I think she's like in the middle somewhere. She was put on the best time slot, and she was on a Sunday. And plus, they keep comparing her to Eccleston and stuff. And correct me if I'm wrong. Doctor Who was not on BBC One when it aired, when it came back. And yeah, there you go. Jodie never liked Doctor Who. Yeah, she didn't know anything about it. Now I have been looking and mining for articles of her saying much, and it really, she hasn't said as much, but it's what she doesn't say is clear. You never hear her talking about, oh, I used to watch Doctor Who as a kid or anything. Not that it's important. Listen, Matt Smith didn't know shit about Doctor Who either, and he was pretty good. But what would have made him better? Well, what made Tennant great besides being freaking charming? Dude was into Doctor Who. Christ, he married his favorite doctor's daughter. Coincidence? I think not. Graham Strauss says, I thought the first 2 seasons of Chibnall's Broadchurch were amazing. Then season 3 happened. It should have been a harbinger of the future. Listen, I'm going to defend Chibnall in this one little thing. All right. There's been a major structural change in entertainment. It's almost like a memo went around to the BBC, to Hollywood. It's almost like it's collusion. It's almost like they collude. But they wouldn't do that because that's illegal. And they collude on a great many things. But the whole, we need to, which I'm not, like, listen, the concept of this is not a concept I don't think anybody's against. They need to represent, they need to be a little more fair in their representation. The problem is, if the talent pool's not there, the talent pool's not there. And what they're doing right now is they're sacrificing dollars to make things fair. And then they're wondering why people don't like it. Well, it's because it sucks. Westworld season 2 is a prime example of how you fuck up a TV show with current year politics. A show that would have gone down in history as probably one of the best shows ever. And it could correct itself. That could happen. They could learn the error of their ways and correct in season 3. And I would very much like for that to happen, because season 1 of Westworld is perfect. It's a perfect first season of television. And I even said during the recaps that if they just end it here and never do another episode of Westworld, I am completely happy. And it's almost like that's how they wrote it. And they didn't plan on having season 2. Then, then the Me Too stuff happens and the Time's Up stuff happens, and then they overcorrect, and it just makes the show unwatchable. I've tried to watch it again. I was like, maybe I'm just being a dick, and I've always got to consider that. But yeah, it was unwatchable. Mr. Twisted 72, thank you for the $2 super chat. Merry Christmas to all and all my favorite wrenches. Oh, he's always looking out for the wrenches. Mr. Twisted, you are a good person. And can I just shout out for a moment my wrenches? Okay. On our wrenches. It's our. I hate this my. Okay, words I don't like. Community, problematic, resistance. So I would like to say friends. We're a group. We're nerdrotics, whatever we are. We're a group of we are a group of equals. We are nerds who love shit and who are mad that the shit we love has been infiltrated by a bunch of tourists, for lack of a better term. Tourists. People are going to come in and just using genre or whatever to look good on the resume, which, you know, by itself, listen, fine. You know, whatever you got to do to survive in Hollywood, I get it. But when it becomes such a problem to where it starts taking down things that have been around for decades in a matter of a year, I mean, it's hard to kill something that's been around for 50 years. You have to really try to kill something that good. Rian Johnson is the master. He is the master. He will be the poster boy of franchise killing, of how you fuck something up so royally. But Chris Chibnall, Alex Kurtzman, and honestly, the specter over all of it is Kathleen Kennedy and JJ. And honestly, you got to blame JJ more than Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy inserted her politics and stuff, but honestly, her biggest crime was not paying attention. She obviously let the people play with their stuff and walked away and did not check in. All of the whole solo thing. She goes in when they're like 75% done with the damn movie and fires Lord Miller, who actually would have made a good movie. I'm convinced of that now. These guys, look, 21 Jump Street, they took a stupid comedy and made it brilliant. Like, that's an all-timer for me, 21 Jump Street. And Into the Spider-Verse, that has characters that I loathe in the comics. Not Miles Morales' character, but like Spider-Gwen. What? And made me like that movie a lot. They charmed the hell out of me with their great writing. That's what great writing can do. Great writing could have saved Doctor Who. You know what? If you come in with even halfway decent episodes, we don't have an argument. I mean, like, people on Doctor Who, people were quiet for a long time. I think a lot of people were upset, but I think there was the most silent disdain for a franchise chain I've ever seen. Star Wars fans were, you know, listen, some of us were pissed from The Force Awakens. Some of us had to wake up at The Lost Jedi, whatever, however you got there, and that's cool. Star Trek was a different beast. People were pissed from day one. So that's why I love Star Trek fans. How we got here, how we fix all this shit. Well, Marvel, which was sucking before all these things, is starting to turn around, but I think it's too late. I think they're an example of something that's too monolithic, and it's too late. Can Doctor Who be fixed? Yes. Problem is, it's going to be 2022, 2025. Maybe they take a decade off. Maybe the BBC decides that, there's going to be some labor strife and there's going to be a lot of growing pains. It's not going to hit the BBC as quick as it's hitting stuff here in America. The change over to the streaming stuff, the streaming wars, is already kicked in. The war is on. Television is dying here. Now, you guys still like sit and watch a lot of live TV over there in Britain. That's something we Americans are doing less and less every day. But eventually you're going to do the same. And what's the BBC going to do? Be a BBC streaming? Well, that's when they start competing against Netflix. But of course, you have the European Union that can make some draconian rule and keep them alive somehow. So who knows? And we have Article 13. Hail DJD show. Merry Christmas. Iceman issue 4. Oh my God, that was bad. Halam, that was one of the worst comics ever. Okay. I'm getting to the chat here. Enough of me. Holy shit, guys. Man, 300 people. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Whatever you celebrate. If you don't celebrate, I'm okay with that. I'm not a particular religious person, but I respect all religions, and I don't like people who you don't have to be into them and stuff, but to openly go after people, I'm not really down with that at all. Let's let, if it makes people happy, what the hell? That's what I'm all about. I try to sneak into the Star Trek's writer's room by bringing bisexual diversity. Then I would go and get Avery Brooks and Roxanne Dawson hired, using diversity against them to save Star Trek, says General Brick. Whatever it takes. I'm all about diversity, a diversity of really good writers. I don't care what they look like. I just want I actually, yeah, I don't want, I think maybe they think their diversity is we get good writers and bad writers and mediocre writers. We don't need that kind of diversity. I want straight up merit. I want good writers. Don't care what they look like. Just get good writers who have a knowledge of Star Trek. They don't have to be the biggest Star Trek fans, but you, in your writer's room, you have to have at least two, right? Because is that a good number? You have to have two people who can roll out of the rack in the morning and tell you what Captain Kirk had for his first meal on the Enterprise that they showed on the original series, which I'm sure somebody will come in here and go, it was da da da. You know, like, I don't know, but that's the kind of person you need in the writer's room. Okay. And same with Doctor Who. There's the Doctor Who fans that are the same. You know, I'm a Whovian. I don't remember everything. Probably I did a lot of drugs in the 80s. My brain Swiss cheese. But there's guys out there who could remember, you know, who could recite Tom Baker's, you know, recite his little jump rope routine from Robot like perfectly, you know, which I love, by the way. Just thinking about it makes me want to watch it. Oh, the Peter Davidson Blu-ray came out. By the way, thanks, Doctor Who, for for finally hitting the Blu-ray format right when it's dead. Jesus Christ. And it is impossible. I have to buy European Blu-rays if I want to buy any more. Well, I have, you know, I just like them for the covers, but they don't. There's no Blu-rays for Doctor Who season 2 through 2 and 3 here in America. We have to buy British ones. Captain Robert April is on the bridge. The only time I've ever heard of Doctor Who not being on the BBC One is when they do reruns. First episodes have always been on BBC One, the best of my knowledge. Captain Robert April, to my knowledge, I thought they aired it on when Doctor Who came back. It was on BBC Two. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. I thought it did not come back on BBC One. The Eccleston era, but I could be wrong. I'm trying to go off of memory because you know where I think I might have got that idea was Doctor Who Confidential, which might have been airing on BBC Two. So maybe that's where I got that idea. I was not in the UK when it came out. Okay, but even if it aired on BBC One, it was on Saturday. Now Saturday's a good day, Sunday's a better day. And comparing the ratings to American ratings, well, you know, like I said before, they kept on comparing her to Capaldi. Well, Capaldi's last season was ended on July 1st on a Saturday. Believe me, nobody's watching in America. Nobody's watching TV on Saturday on July 1st, except for me, because I'm a nerd. But Matt Smith is a good soccer player, though. Matt Smith was a great doctor. I will say great doctor. I love Matt Smith. Tennant was just, yeah. Georgia Tennant posted a pic of David and her dad changing a light bulb with a predictable caption. It was a great picture, by the way. I don't know about Tennant with a beard, guys. I like him. I like my Tennant clean shaven. Oh my God, Good Omens is going to kick so much ass. I cannot wait for Good Omens. Tennant and Eccleston were perfect psycho doctors. Yes, Eccleston. I loved Eccleston. I did. He brought so much like actual acting and passion to it. Hail to the wrenches, of course. Simon Wild, thank you for saying probably what I just could have said in one sentence. Westworld season 2 was an SJW train wreck of confusion. Exactly. It had moments, Simon. It had an episode that was fucking brilliant. The 7th episode when they introduced this character out of fucking nowhere, but it didn't matter because it was so well written. That one, I actually put that as one of my, you know, it was a nomination for one of the top episodes, single episodes of television for the year for our Nerdrotic Rory Awards. By the way, we named them after Douglas Adams. Rory Awards, just to let you know. Listen. I always, yeah, I want to move to the UK someday. I love it over there, but not if there's an Article 13, man. That makes it a little hard. If your sci-fi keeps referencing current year politics, it's not going to date well. Which the original series is still being watched today. The Life Dyslexic, yes, absolutely. Now the original series did deal with some current year stuff, but they not openly. Like, of course, the most famous one is the kiss. Well, that's how you deal with that stuff. That's exactly how you could deal with it. None of us here are saying get rid of all politics everywhere, but they keep. God, the whole argument is Doctor Who's always been political. Bullshit. No, it hasn't. It's put political stuff in once, maybe twice a season, 3 times a season. That's fine. There's no problem with that. It's not once or twice a season. It's like 4 times an episode. 4 times an episode, hitting a beat almost at the 15-minute mark, almost right before you go to commercial. There's a goddamn political thing. I'm watching freaking Runaways right now. Holy shit. Ugh. Yeah, it's my whole review will probably be just pointing out all the political stuff that's put in there. Yes, I know one of the characters is an SJW, but still. I've gotten really, yeah, and Graham Strauss, that's it's getting old. It's getting old. But I'm really getting tired of it in my fucking stuff. I want to enjoy it. That's all I want to do. I don't want the other side. I'm just done. And that's what's going to be, with like Doctor Who, I'll stick with it because I love Doctor Who. But if it's something like The Runaways and it's like pulling me out of it, then I'm not even going to review it. I'm just done. I'm walking away. I got better things to do with my time than talk about a show that's just, that I like the first season of, and I'll get through it. We'll see what my where I land on that one. But there's plenty of good television out. My God, the Orville is 6 days away. 6 days away. Yes. Well, I mean, DJ Bowman, when the Doctor Who has become a cause, not a TV show. It's a cause. And that's what's happened to a lot of our stuff. It's been a cause. There is a woman called Sana Amanad who kind of defunct runs Marvel Comics, turning it into a lifestyle brand. Go look at her background. Go look at her background. Is it in entertainment? Is it in entertainment writing? Or is it in politics? And I'm finding that a lot. With the Doctor Who writers, what was one of the common things with the Doctor Who writing, besides, aside from Chibnall, but these are the writers that he assembled, all were political playwrights. Maybe that's the hot thing right now in the UK, and that's how you get work. I don't know. But you could be a political playwright and still be, show both sides. But the problem is when they hear both sides, they think their side's a good side and the other side's the bad side. And we're the good guys and they're the bad guys. And it's really not like when you get thinking like that, that's when shit gets real dangerous. Do I need a countdown clock for what? So Runaways was a bust. I'm halfway through, and there's some things I like about it. My God, it's shot on the most beautiful camera I've ever seen. It's got the best freaking high def 4K I've ever seen. Hulu's like really good now as far as that. The problem is, Penn Farm Girl, the reason I like the Runaways, the comic, is it was firmly planted in the Marvel universe, and by their second season, they were interacting with freaking Iron Man and Cloak and Dagger and all this other stuff, and all this crap was going on in the Avengers, and that's what made it interesting. Now they're going to go off on their own, and I'm still finding the same problem, Penn Fargo. The problem is that because I'm old, the parent storylines are much more interesting. It's like when the kids are on the screen, I'm like, get me to the parents. There was a Section 31 Article 13 quip, was funny, and at the right time. When, where? I need to know that. Article 13, I can see artists, I can actually see all of us aligning against that. Who's for that? Who could be for that? I mean, get past the minutia and the arguments and everything. The bottom line is it's going to start restricting what you can see on the internet. That's the bottom line end game of this. Do you want to go down that road? When have you ever seen a government dial something back? Ever? It doesn't happen. BSG is getting a reboot. It is. Mr. Big Ears. Lisa Joy, who wrote Westworld season 2, mostly, wrote a script. They tossed it. They got some more people in. I wasn't really happy with the names, but they want to redo the Glenn Larson, the original, not the alternate Ronald D. Moore stuff, but they want to do the original stuff. I would love to see that, actually, but it has to be in the right hands. Right. Simon Wild, have you seen Mr. Tardis's latest mental gymnastics video? LOL. I need to see some Orville action ASAP. I haven't watched him in a while. Actually, I got to watch him. A lot of the Doctor Who video people I have watched, I haven't liked their takes. I haven't found them to be honest. Mental gymnastics, or maybe they just like it. That's fine. That's cool. We disagree. We'll just say that. I completely disagree. So I started going and watching other people. Star Trek has always been political. It's based on the utopian, technically socialist society, but it is for the common good, not the identity. Damn, I'm not making any sense here. It's this simple. It's personal politics as opposed to politics as allegory. Okay. And if you're putting the big political blanket on it, yeah, you can find politics in everything. But when I was a kid and I went and saw Star Trek and Star Wars, I wasn't thinking about that shit. And I wasn't reminded of it at all. And when I was growing up, I wasn't reminded of it at all. Yes, they've always put little stuff in here and there, and it's never been a problem. Why is it a problem now? What has changed now? Well, you've dated all your material, by the way. What somebody brought up earlier is you just dated it. I mean, it's not going to play well in 2 years. Doctor Who is something that's supposed to play well in a decade, in 2 decades. John Byrne for Marvel editor-in-chief, Captain Robert April. You and I would be the only ones for that, but I am for it. Dude is cool. He is a cool dude. Misunderstood, completely misunderstood. He's just got a wicked sense of humor. That's all. A TV series of mine being sold in LA in January, and the Doctor Who pilot is among the writing samples for the execs to check out. I will embark on my infiltration mission then. Please do. Guys, yeah, that's how we can change stuff. If you're a talented writer, go there and change it. Blow them away. Sports ball. Yeah, sports ball. My son likes sports ball. Article 13 holds no weight anyway, since when does a trade organization have any say in countries' inner workings? They keep pushing EU exit. EU exit will come sooner than later. Man of Action, yes. But you know what? If you watch the Phantom Menace Man of Action, a trade organization turned into something pretty sinister after it bored us to death, for sure. So, yeah, you watch out for those trade organizations. Just kidding. What's up, Man of Action? But Star Trek has a story, and that's the most important part. Like, it's really hard for me to complain about something that's good, even if it has politics in it. There you go. There's tons of politics in Watchmen. Watchmen's good. I mean, the comic. Oh, the Lethal Diva. He works. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured there might have been some shillocracy going on there. Gamer Gambit, $5. Thank you. Star Trek is about unity, not conformity. The PC crowd is about conformity, not unity. Just as Doctor Who about being kind, not brainwashing. I mean, I can't remember the exact quotes from the exact captains, but I remember a couple of more than a couple of Star Trek episodes talking about the importance of individuality. Da, 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 da. Oh, what did somebody talk about bringing in Susan? Yeah, Susan's got a whole entire website to run. She comes in and guests when she can, but no, she has an entire website to run. She will be joining me for the Orville though. She will be joining me for the Orville and probably for the last Doctor Who recap for the New Year's special. Yeah, she'll be here, so we'll get some Susan action on that. And a lot of Merry Christmases. I mean, like, listen, I'm crapping on Doctor Who, but I'm like in a great mood. My family's here. There's great television to watch. I'm gonna watch probably Voyage of the Damned tomorrow, and yeah, I Am Hugh. Yes, we love Susan. Problem with politics and Doctor Who is that before a political message was hidden behind an alien mask, immigrants, Zicons, capitalism, Slovene. In Series 11, we fight pure racism. This is not sci-fi. And Leahy, and you're absolutely right. And they've come out and said it, that they're all weak. We wrote Doctor Who episodes to create conversation because listen, they thought they could make money doing it. Or maybe not. Maybe there is some sort of insidious plot. Now, nobody wants racism. Okay, no. But nobody wants to have a conversation started by a bunch of bad soap opera writers. Because for one, we're just gonna go, what? Huh? And just the disingenuous, everybody calling the Rosa episode the best. It's just because it had Rosa Parks, and you dare not freaking criticize the actual episode as well. Because guess what, guys? The real Rosa Parks was not in that episode. It was an actor playing Rosa Parks. Okay. And it was an actor playing Martin Luther King. And it was a coloring book plot. They just wanted to have the doctor meet Rosa Parks. They didn't really care about putting a plot, and they couldn't. They were actually really hamstrung on that one. That's why don't even bother taking that on unless you're really going to get into it, get into the minutia of it, and maybe write a good story. No, they were not going to do that. They were probably so scared writing that episode. Oh man. The DJD show for $1. Thank you, my friend Brent Newman. By the way, DJD show, you were part of that Cecil silent stream last night. What the hell was that? What the hell? I tried watching it for like 15 minutes. I saw you were on it. I was hoping you would talk, but I guess you weren't supposed to talk. Thank you for the $1, my friend. Brent Newman for £5. Star Wars Theory has shown us why fan films, shown us the way fan films made with love. Merry Christmas to all and have a great new year. Thank you for the wrenches. Thanks, Gary. Brent Newman, thank you. And honestly, fan films have risen in quality, absolutely risen in quality. I'm finding I enjoy them more, and maybe this is the time. Maybe this is the time where we get, I don't know, like just some kind of, it's kind of like the indie movie boom of the 90s, where we get, just real folk making stuff. Or maybe that's what we're doing right now on YouTube. Maybe that's what's happening. Again, it doesn't get talked about at all. Now, I know we still want to see actual shows, and Annie Tricker was talking about this. Like Star Trek Continues is a good fan-made show. Now, is it up to the level of an actual show that's produced by a big company? No, of course not. But it is made with so much love and so much charm, and that really covers for any production value or whatever, the heart and soul that goes into that. Star Trek Discovery doesn't have a millionth of that at all. Axanar, while not up to TV level yet, it's fucking close for me. It's really close. Axanar is the shit. Axanar is something that embarrasses the maker of Star Trek Discovery, as it should. So it's a good thing. And yeah, I have not seen the Star Wars fan films, but I'm gonna now. Okay. TM Martin for $10. Merry Christmas Eve, Gary and Nerdrotic fans. The Doctor Who New Year's Day special is called Resolution. Do you think it's going to be about the resolution of the Daleks? And if so, Will Chibnall F that up too? TM Martin, thank you for the $10. Yes, Chibnall will fuck it up. I have a feeling, this is just a feeling, the Daleks will be in it, but it'll be in passing, as that has been brought up by our good friend Mako and others in here. That reminded me something I forgot. The Daleks have to be shown for contractual obligation purposes only. So it might just be in passing. They're being very coy about it. But yeah, I think they'll, whatever they bring in, I mean, Chibnall wrote the finale by himself, a finale that was one of the lowest rated finales. As far as when you compare it to percentage from premiere episode to finale, it had the biggest drop off. Nobody gave a crap about it. I was even going to the friendly sites and they turned on him by then, turned on Chris Chibnall. They're like, listen, we love Jodie, but this season sucked. Like most people are saying that now. So the critics who came out up front saying this is all awesome look pretty bad right now. One in particular, which I'll save for a video, who you could tell the reason I'm picking on this critic a little bit is, for one, it was a review written without watching it was a review written on the season, they only watched the first episode. Gamer Gambit, thanks for the $5. Star Trek is about unity. Did I already read that part? It's about unity, not conformity. The PC crowd is about conformity, not unity, just as Doctor is about being kind, not brainwashing. Yes, exactly, Gamer Gambit. The Doctor the Doctor can be judgmental. The Doctor's an alien. The Doctor's supposed to be a little scary, but the Doctor is, and his heart is kind, but also sees the big picture. Also sees that, sometimes what I do is going to cause thousands of deaths, but it's going to save billions of people, and that's tough. Santo Dominus for 25 Canadian dollars. My goodness. Thank you. Merry Christmas, Gary, to you and your family. Congratulations on 16,000. Thank you so much. Terrific milestone. Looking forward to the new year with Nerdrotic. Oh my God. Have we got some stuff planned for you guys? Just more of the same. Thank you, Santo Dominus. Thank you very much. Let's get back to the chat. Yes, we have quite a 2019 planned. It was propaganda in its highest form. It was. Man of Action, it's good to see you. The problem is none of the writers seem to know how to write an allegory. Even with all the tools provided, they still go on hitting people over the head with politics. They had 55 years of canon. I'm sure the BBC has some kind of, okay, I'm old, so I'm going to say like catalog or manual. They have to have a canon manual. I mean, these are the idiots who, like, okay, they freaking recorded over Doctor Who episodes, but still. Oh, thanks to HNX Media. 16,000. This channel deserves so much more. I am grateful for what I have. 16,000 is amazing. HNX. My goal at the end of the year was to have 5,000. So this is amazing. If we get more as far as deserves, I'm glad you, thank you for the sentiment. I deserve dick. I deserve whatever I get. So, yeah, but thank you though. Thank you so much. That sentiment is awesome. And I appreciate it. But I want to try to remain humble as possible. And, I love, all of our subs. And if it stops now, that's cool. I'm good. I am really happy with, I can still read the chat. Okay, that's good. The BBC brought out an animated Christmas special for the 13th Doctor on YouTube. Retconned his retconned Iris Whittle Time Claus of Santa. Really? I saw the animated thing and I just didn't want to. Was it dumb? I should probably do a review of it. Thanks, OG Spot Club. I love you guys. Yeah, I'll watch that. I'll make it. I'll throw it in with a review of it in one of my videos, or maybe the next Nooner or something. Or maybe we can talk about it tomorrow. They didn't record over them. They started destroying them. Okay, in the black and white archives at all. I heard they recorded over some of the tapes. They just reused them. So they went out and destroyed them. Interesting. BBC material because they thought it was old fashioned. They were stopped, but not before a lot of the damage was done. Yes, and they found a lot of them, but not all of them. There's still some missing ones. I do like the animated versions of them though, and sometimes they release them in theaters, and that's awesome. Not good, says Man of Action. What did I think of the animated Star Wars? The ones where they just those little 1 minute ones. I didn't think much of them, but I'm also not a kid, so I'm interested. I showed it to Nerd Jr. He thought it was cool. He just said, "Oh, that's cool," but then forgot about it in 2 seconds. So, I know some people liked it. Quite honestly, I'm over Star Wars. I'm done. Star Wars is dead to me. Last Jedi did it. I'm like, okay, we're done. We're done. You can go off and they can really go off and make all the crappy stuff they want. I could care less. It's done. That's why I don't make Star Wars videos. I took the last thing I had was all my vintage figures when I was a kid, and I put them in our Patreon packages, and they're going out in the second Patreon packages. By the way, the rest of them are going out. I saw the first Clone Wars in the theater. I like that. That was cool. I like the Clone Wars. It was cool. The new animated Star Wars, was it those little 1 minute little things where they just use the sound? That's what I was talking about. Oh, you mean the Resistance? It's awful. It's awful. It's fucking terrible. Yeah, it's boring, and it's Disney. It's Disney Star Wars. It's bland. It's not something I would ever waste my time on. Listen, the last thing I watched was Rebels. I was okay with Rebels. Have you seen the Netflix show called Dragon Quest? I have not. Is it like the video game? Yeah, when they ruined Luke, I was done. I was like, there's no even reason to even talk about this. Like, there's no fixing this unless they erase The Last Jedi from history. It's paint by numbers. Exactly. Oh God, I saw Solo. It was bad. It was bad, especially when Infus Nest turned out to be a 16-year-old girl. I'm like, how? I mean, is her suit powered? How did she beat up all those dudes? The BBC needs to tape over the Beatles, and the BBC needed the tapes to tape the Beatles. Well, I mean, that's a tough argument right there. Resistance is futile, Rich Silverwood. It really is. Happy Christmas Eve. So it's still Christmas Eve in the UK, yeah, because it's like 9 o'clock. It's like 9 o'clock over there. So in a few hours, Santa's gonna take off and start visiting everybody. What do I think of the Darth Maul cameo? I kind of liked. That I kind of liked, but the rest of the movie was crap. I have no desire to see it again. It didn't feel like Star Wars. I was bored for most of it. The SJW droid dying was my favorite part. It was so goddamn annoying. But I still think that I heard that was a joke put in by Lord and Miller that Ron Howard either didn't get or didn't take out. It was supposed to be Kathleen Kennedy, which makes it funny in a way. So yeah. They can't fix Star Wars. What they did? They also stole one of the a chance to get the trio back together on screen. Yeah, they had one chance to do it and they blew it. Christmas is a celebration of NBA basketball. Now not a basketball fan. No, not really. It's 8:15 p.m. now. Thank you, George. So it's 8:15. How did the minutes get off? Maybe it's 12:10 here. I think your clock's a little faster. Mine's a little slow. It's okay. Says JW, Super Jesus Christ Warrior. Take the name. Sports ball, exactly. If we're lucky, resolution will be what we find Matt Smith's doctor is still locked in a he's still locked in the okay, I can't even pronounce that right now. And everything after all, just before Doctor Who slowly insane explains that all of this nonsense. The Pandorica? You mean he's still locked in the Pandorica, Andrew? Yes. That would be great. I noticed something. Let's see if I can bring the image up on my phone, folks. When I was Christmas shopping, I noticed something that we're taking Michelle with us to Amanda's. That's Melissa just sent me a message. Okay, that's fine. I have to look up these pictures. Hang on just a second, because I have something to show you. Oh, don't want to show you that picture. Okay. I'm gonna make sure there's no numbers on here or anything. Oh, I can't get rid of that. All right. So see that? That is a Doctor. It's all backwards. That is a Doctor Who 19. Jesus Christ. 2019 calendar. Who's not on it? This is brand new. See, look, there's the little Who-y logo. Who's not on it? Okay, wait. Oh, there's another one. Here's another Doctor Who 2019 calendar. Who's not on it? There's the logo right there. Who's not on it? So, why not put the new Doctor on the new calendars? Possibly because they want them to sell. That was the first words out of Mrs. Nerdrotic's mouth, and she doesn't even like the show. So, yeah, and notice they put freaking Matt Smith front and center. So here's the deal. This might make some Capaldi fans mad. It is not my intention. I am a fan of Capaldi. I don't know how many times I got to say it. I am a fan of Capaldi. I love Capaldi. He was given shit writing. I think he did one of the best performances. The man was a fan of the show. I love Peter Capaldi. Love him. But people started dipping out during his era. Now, it's probably because of the writing. But that's when the action figure sales started going down. That's when I started hearing stuff. That's when I got emails from, I'm sure anybody who did, I used to pre-order everything from Big Chief Doctor Who. Like, as soon as it popped up, boom, pre-order, put my deposit down. So I get a lot of email updates. Many of the email updates were like, things are delayed because they're not selling that well. We need more. So what they do is they have to get a certain amount of deposit money before they start making the action figure. Totally makes sense. Great business tactic, actually. They weren't getting enough deposits. They were going down and down and down and down. And now they're like, I don't know if they can make them anymore, to be honest with you. And it's because, Peter Capaldi wasn't selling stuff. So they started reprinting David Tennant stuff and Matt Smith stuff, and it kind of went up. And like David Tennant's money. Like, you put David Tennant on anything, it's money. But apparently, Matt Smith sells some stuff too. Why would you put him front and center on a 2019 calendar when you got a new Doctor? So she's not popular. It answers the question right there. I thought there it is right there. And here, if I can find the picture of, yeah. So this is video. I don't want you to hear the video, but yeah. So here is the Doctor Who section at the completely busy Hot Topic, where everything was just destroyed. But look at how freaking pristine and untouched, and for lack of a better word, I mean, look at that. Look at that Sonic, by the way. Can you see that right there? Really? That's your Sonic design, people? Come on. So yeah, and everything was, there's your 50% off tag right there. And it was buy 2 get 1 3, but that was, frankly, it was like that for everything in the store. So I'm looking into that further, and we'll see. Hola, Austin Woods, how are you? Sonic sex toy. Well, those would sell here in San Francisco. That would sell, baby. As a matter of fact, I'm sure they already exist, because I know the lightsaber handles already exist. Don't ask me how I know that. There's a store. There's a sex here in San Francisco. There's a sex toy shop in a mall. In a fucking mall. It's called Good Vibrations. It's in the Metreon Mall. I shit you not. Good Vibrations. Thank you, Mako. Yes. Oh, if they brought in the Valeyard and they listen, I promise you David Tennant will be in season 12. You heard it here first. It's a guess. I've got no information on that. I just know that they're desperate, and desperation requires Metacrisis Doctor. And Captain Jack as well. I think they'll bring them all back. And you know what, Captain Jack aging, they can just say this is a version of Captain Jack that's like 2 million years old or something like that. You could do, you could have a lot of fun stuff with that. Like Captain Jack comes back to Torchwood, and he's been gone so long he doesn't remember it anymore. He's like, who's Gwen? It's been 2 million years. I'm still a human. I don't remember everything. You know, he can only do it like they did with the girl who died. Like she lived so long, she could only remember back like 100 years. So she's got to write diaries. I would just use the same concept. I like that. The face of Bo. You know what? There's people who say that they tried to dial that back, that they were just joking. I'm like, no, whatever. In my head, he is the face of Bo, period. Tennant will return as his form of charity so he can write off some of his taxes. Hey, whatever it takes. The taxes over there are probably insane. As a matter of fact, I don't know why any British actor lives in Britain. Like, I would have a postal address somewhere else, like in a Caribbean island. Doesn't that what Sean Connery tries to do? Crap, you know. Same could be said for me, to be honest with you. They're not cheap here. Capaldi was when I quit buying the seasons. Jodie isn't going to have a space on my shelf either, because if she does a lesbian news scene, Hoyer Tim, no, there will be no space on my wall or anything for anything with that logo on it. I ain't touching. I am not touching. Jack never said he didn't age. In fact, he was gripping about the wrinkles. He just can't die. That's right. Well, it's slower. The process is slower for him. Part of what Rose did for him, yeah. Well, he asked about wrinkles. He didn't say he was getting them. There was a possibility. I don't know. That's open for debate, Captain Robert April. I've seen that episode a lot. And he was worried about wrinkles, but he wasn't worried about the wrinkles he had. Yeah, Sean Connery's like in exile now, isn't he? It is illegal. What is illegal? To work in the UK and not live there, or they probably have some loophole where, like, if you work here, you got to pay taxes here or something like that. Kinky Wars. Kinky. January 4th. Write it down. Captain Jack. There'll be no Captain Jack in Pirates of the Caribbean, folks, because they're looking for a female lead for a pirate movie. Because we know, I don't even want to go down that road. You'd think the Woke Brigade would, oh my God, where'd my chat go? The Woke Brigade would just want to have Captain Jack back. I'd be fine with that. Well, God, if it's not, yeah, like we said before, if it's Woke Jack, then no, thanks. No one is buying Jodie era merch. No, they are not. They are not. I think it was, I don't have proof on this. I heard the Barbie doll wasn't doing very well and they already slashed it 50%. Well, a couple of you people in there tweeted at me. Christmas special. Missy takes over the TARDIS. Merry Christmas from Essex, UK. Michael Dignam for £5. Yes. And really, it's that easy to pitch something. Missy takes over the TARDIS. Go. And it happens on Christmas Day. How can you say all you have to do is have the thing happen on Christmas Day? Shane Black has made an entire career of making movies on Christmas Day. None of them have much to do with Christmas other than they happen on Christmas Day. One of the greatest Now, Christmas movies is considered a Christmas movie. It took it years, but listen, people were saying it when it came out, folks. Die Hard. I also consider Batman Returns a Christmas movie, but I also consider Lord of the Rings is like I watch it every Christmas because it came out during Christmas time. I just rewatched the damn trilogy. It really put my Runaways viewing back, but like Runaways got like I was like I'd rather watch Lord of the Rings. Sometimes that happens. It's not good for the channel. Yeah. Santo Domino's, exactly. Female pirate captain. It works so well in Cutthroat Island. One of the biggest flops of all time. Yeah, shiver me corset. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be lots of actual pirating going on. Yeah. No. I mean, it was time for. Listen, the Pirates hasn't been good for years. I worked on the Blu-ray for God, not the last one that came out, the one before. The one with Ian McShane in it as Blackbeard. Harry Potter, yeah. A lot of the Harry Potter movies came out during Christmas. I would consider that, yeah. Die Hard, straight up a Christmas movie. I watch A Christmas Story. I watch Die Hard. I watch Christmas Vacation. I watch fucking Scrooged. I love Scrooged. And I watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yes, I still watch that damn thing. I have it on DVD, and I still watch it. It's great. Shiver me toxic shock. It's funny. Yeah, so they're looking for a female lead for the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. That's yeah. So remember that article that came out that said, which was true. It was true. The article that said female leads made the most money from 2014 to 2017. And what they did was they just handpicked. They used Star Wars and Wonder Woman basically as their prime examples. But you know how you could fudge numbers. If you look at the biggest flops of 2014, half of them were led by women. Well, two of the biggest flops over the Christmas weekend were led by women. Does that mean women suck? No, it doesn't. It just means numbers get fucked with. That's all. Bumblebee numbers totally surprised me. I thought that would do better. Why don't you think that did better? Is it because you're just over Transformers? I'm, you know what? I didn't see it. So that maybe that's part of the reason. I didn't feel like I'll watch it later, or I don't know. I saw Aquaman. That was one movie is enough for me. I go to see Aquaman with my family here in San Francisco. It's $100. It's $100. You know, yeah, the seats are comfortable and it looked really pretty, and you know, yeah, it's $100 freaking dollars. You know, that was, and all we got was like some popcorn. Now, of course, I had to buy the $10 bucket that had Aquaman, Jason Momoa on it for my wife. But I considered the original Star Wars trilogy Christmas movies because it used to be a Star Wars marathon on Christmas Day when I was a kid. There you go. Cynical Lindsay. I remember that. Gremlins is straight up a Christmas movie. We love Gremlins. That's such a good movie. Gremlins 1 and 2 are just fantastic. I saw Gremlins 2 on acid. It was great. Scrooged, yes. I might have been high when that came out too. Scrooge came out in, when did Scrooge come out? It depends. It was in that really strange era of my life where I was, 88. Oh yeah, I was definitely loaded when I saw that. That was one of those 86 to 91. Little fuzzy in my life. Okay, little fuzzy. Well, listen, there is a Pirates movie out there that has a lot of women in it that was considered one of the greatest porns ever made. Hey, watch Terry Pratchett's Hogfather. I will, Kato Roan. The cast was sleeping halfway through Dead Men Tell No Tales, right? That's the one. Yes, that's the I never finished the movie, which I shouldn't say because I worked on it. But I only listen when you work on a movie, you don't have to watch the whole thing. You're supposed to watch beginning, middle, and end. Just to, when I was QCing, So I was just making sure everything was tight, everything. Sometimes I'd watch the entire movie. Sometimes I wouldn't. Rich Silverwood says, I was in Pirates 4. So I am ashamed. So I'm so ashamed. No, that's cool. Did you, was it when it was filmed in Hawaii? Or, because I know they filmed some of it in Hawaii, or was that when it was on studio? What scene were you in? Scrooged is awesome, Aki Ross. I freaking love that movie so much. The TV stuff that's happening now really explains what's happening now. Robert Mitchum's character talking about, well, son, dogs and cats are really watching TV shows now. So if you could just, once in a while insert an animal thing, could you just hear them saying, politics are really hot right now? If you could once in a while, the kids are really talking. Here's where they get the data, folks. They don't look at what the actual data tells. They get the finalized data that says a lot of people are talking about SJW politics. They're not looking into the argument. They're all, we should insert more of that in our TV shows because that's what the kids are talking about on Twitter, without looking about what the actual conversation is. Yeah. So that's probably why they think Star Trek's a success and Star Wars is a success, is they just see the final data. It's like, oh, it's a trending hashtag. A lot of people are talking about it. They aren't actually looking at the conversations. Karen Allen. Oh, that's right. Love Karen Allen. That movie. That's right. It's Richard Donner as well. Music by Danny Elfman. It's got a bad pop song in it that people like. Yes. Bobcat's in it. Watch it every year. Yeah. $5 to $7 for movies in Akron, Ohio. $4 to $10 popcorn. $2 to $7 for soda. Oh my God. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Just sneak in your own stuff. Yeah, you can. Sav says, I'm done with Star Wars and Doctor Who. I'm pretty done with Doctor Who, my friend. I mean, we're going to talk about it, work it out. But as far as like buying stuff and like rewatching it and, yeah, I don't even know if I buy new stuff, like Big Finish stuff, I'm probably buy it used. I don't think I want to give any money to the BBC right now. I'm going to buy everything secondhand. Everything. Oh my God, Andrew, I love Oingo Boingo as well. One of my favorite all-time bands. One of my favorite all-time bands. I saw them, 1984. Just in their fucking heyday. Oh, they were good. They were good. Some crosstalk going on here. Might just put me, but I'm certain. Might just be me, but put a certain Jenna Coleman had a bit part in Captain America: First Avenger. Then they are at the World Fair at the start. She is gone with the girl as. Yes, she was there. Was that Clara? I don't know. I despised Clara. I did. I don't see any Daleks in Gary's room. What's that, OG? See where my finger's pointing? That's a Dalek. Oh, there's tons of Daleks in my room. They're all over the place. You just can't see them. You just can't see here. I can turn the camera around. Daleks. Look at those Daleks. Wait. If we can get... Oh, look. Daleks. Look. Oh, Daleks. Daleks. Oh, look. There's a Hitchhiker album right there, too. And if you can see right there... Wait. Oh, my God. You can see the part of an Oingo Boingo album, too. But nobody wants to see that stuff. All right. Let's get back to the chat. Let's get back to the chat. I know Daleks. I'm telling you, female Dalek, it's coming. It's coming. The Dalek Queen. She's gonna set those Daleks straight. Still got the box of Daleks, says John Smith. Yes, I do. I need to put them around somewhere, but that box of Daleks is actually for my patrons. I'm going to be releasing some of my Daleks in the wild. That's why I really love that one story in my Christmas ideas where they passed out Daleks and Cybermen as toys, and it was the master shrinking them down, and then he brings them back to life, shrinks them to normal size, and they take over. I'm like, oh, that is such a good idea. I like that so much. There will be a Queen Dalek. There was rumors with the whole Clara being in the Dalek Asylum. Oh my God, maybe that's what they do. Oh shit. Gary is the master. A pink Dalek, yes. There will be a Nerdrotic Christmas special. I don't know what time, but there will be one. I promise you. Yeah. So no more hate for Daleks. I hate them as like they're bad, but I like them. Does that make sense? Willie Whitford, like your Friday Night Tights with Susan. Your superhero film idea for Friday Night Tights is what I can make it better for you. When's your shop opening up? The shop is delayed. The channel exploding had a lot to do with that. The shop is ready to go. I was thinking I'm probably going to maybe April 1st. We got to see how things are going with the channel in April. I opened my original comic store on April 1st, 2003. So why not just open it on April 1st? I missed the Christmas season. We were going to do a pop-up, but now I have an opportunity of actually getting a place of my own. So that's much better. That's much better. So we'll see what happens. But honestly, this is fun. And listen, when an opportunity presents itself and I have a chance to jump on it, I'm going to jump on it. So if it, and this is like serious growth of the channel. Like we've gotten, where are we at now? In the last month, we got knock on wood, and I am grateful for it all. 10,000 subscribers in a month. So that is freaking amazing. And I'm just going to keep rolling. I'm going to keep making videos, going to keep doing live streams, keep doing what we're doing. April 20th will be good. I got to keep it April 1st, not April 20th. No, no, God, no. Although that's my old manager's birthday. He shares it with somebody else, some old dead German guy. Yeah, 420. I know. I'm not a 420 guy anymore. Do shows from your shop. That's the plan, Aki. That is the plan. May the 4th. Oh God, no. There will be what sucks is my store, when it was open, it was known for having a huge Doctor Who section. So I'll probably just sell old stuff. I'll get some vintage stuff, and yeah, we'll go from there. Hail Doomcock. Yeah, Hail Doomcock. What's up? What's up? My co-host for the Exozone. I don't know if we're doing one this Saturday. Probably once the holidays are over, we'll resume that. We'll see. If he's available next Saturday, I will do it. I've got a woo-woo review for you guys. I finally, I want to review the Bob Lazar movie that came out. I think I'm going to do that on the Wednesday Nooner. I will give a review for that. It's fascinating. It is fascinating. Build my own TARDIS. DJ, I wanted to for the longest time, and I might do it. I have a TARDIS tent. Remember the tent they came out with? I have that. I have a giant inflatable TARDIS. I have an inflatable Dalek. I have 2 inflatable Daleks. They're not sex toys, so don't ask. But well, I wouldn't tell you if they were or weren't. I would keep that between us. Santo Dominus, yes. The Robert Lazar documentary is amazing. And there was some actual freaky new stuff in there. How the heck do you afford to live? You afford San Francisco commercial real estate. Graham Strauss, by not buying it in San Francisco. That's the key. Take us on a trip when you're done. Sure, if it works. If it works. Um, is the Megan Fox woo woo show any good? I actually kind of is. It kind of is. I like it. When the time is right, we will emerge and take our rightful place as supreme power of the universe. Inseminate, inseminate. Inflatable Daleks, yes, inflatable Daleks. They have them. They're like $100. In Daleks, yeah, you can get it's the red or blue ones. But yeah, here they are. I've never heard of this place, so I do not endorse it in any way, shape, or form. But yep, inflatable Dalek. I sold them at my shop. They were like $100. They were $99 at my shop. Sold tons of them. The inflatable TARDIS isn't that great, to be honest with you. This is cool though. So I blew two of them up. Actually, I didn't. I had my manager do it, and then I hung them up from my ceiling. Yeah, it's fun. Oh my god, coffee's good. Where is the chat? Okay. Get one signed by Briggs. I love him, man. Gary, if you hate Jody Sonic, you love mine. Read my episode and find out. Madafaka said with love. Madafaka. Ridiculous. I will. I didn't like, hey, to be fair, I didn't like Capaldi's. Well, the funniest thing is Capaldi's last one looked like a big blue dick. I mean, it did. I like Matt Smith's, and I love Tennett's and Eccleston's. I thought those were great. Helium talk funny like a squeaky Dalek. That would be kind of funny. That would. Hopefully the New Year's special is a surprise regeneration back to David Tennant. That's how Doctor Who could win me back. Getting rid of Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall will bring Tennant back. LOL. Richmond 2122 Pfeiffer. You would win every fan back. All those numbers they wanted with Jodie, they would get. Frankly, at this point, if you just bring back some sort of, if you brought back Paul McGann, but Tennant would be a worldwide sensation. There would be people fighting to carry those episodes. Streaming services would be throwing money at the BBC to carry those episodes. They would get such an influx of cash that they could make all the political tripe they want for a decade if they brought him back. And I think he would. I think for the right amount, you could get David Tennant back, do 6 episodes, do 6 2-hour specials strung out over a couple of years. And oh yeah, people would be more than happy with that. Actually, I know some people didn't like it, but the specials from 2010 or from 2009, I thought that was a great format. I thought that was brilliant. They looked great. I thought it was some of Russell T Davies' best work. I thought it was some of Tennant's best work. That might be in the workplace harassment, forcing your manager to blow up a Dalek. I never thought about it. Did I force him to do it? No. But I was his boss, and I said, hey, blow up that Dalek. And he did. So, I mean, I paid him for it. He got paid. Tennant plus Neil Gaiman for a season. You'd be set for the next decade. Mako, you're right. Just for one season, you would reset everything. Everybody would say, fine, we're good. You would get new fans. You would get so many new fans. And this bullshit data that you went off of, with bringing in a female doctor and Jodie would pale in comparison compared to what the hell you got with that. Not with these riders, no. He wants back in, but not with these riders. Oh God, yeah. Man of action. These writers are so fucking bad, and the Star Trek writers are so fucking bad. And the Star Wars had a writers' room too. I know. Yeah, we had some people who might have been on this channel at one time were saying that was not the case. That's the case. There is a Star Wars writers' room, and those yes, yes. Rian wrote a script. The story was from a writer's room, and apparently he wrote that script before The Force Awakens, which happens sometimes, and they're supposed to line things up, but that says a lot. I am a Dalek pimp. Hey, you know what? That's one, the pimp of the Daleks. Maybe that's the special we're going to get. The pimp of the Daleks. We haven't gotten that one yet. Oh, shit. That's funny. Chris Columbus is head writer of Doctor Who. LOL. Did I say Chris Columbus? Chris Chibnall. Yeah, Chris Columbus. He would still be better than Chibnall. But I feel like the New Year's special is going to be a female Dalek that befriends the Doctor because they wish to be free from the evil male Daleks, and everyone the Doctor has fought. Richmond 2122 Pfeiffer, I think you're right. I think you're right on that one. If they bring in a Dalek, it's going to be, they kind of did that with Rusty. Idris Elba needed to be Mary Poppins. Hey, Mary Poppins did well in the UK, guys. It led the Christmas weekend over there in the UK. Mary Poppins bombed over here hard. It did $22 million. Bumblebee and Mary Poppins split the difference, and Aquaman won the day. It was stupid for all these three movies to come out in the same weekend. I don't understand. I mean, whatever. That was dumb. If Aquaman would have come out 2 weeks ago, it would have killed even more. Even more. Makeup on a Dalek. Oh my God. It's treason then. Yes, it's treason. Dalek Olympics. That would be fun. Actually, that would be the Olympics of the Daleks. I still like the pimp of the Daleks. I need to see that. Somebody, I know there's a bunch of talented Photoshop people out there. We need to see the pimp of the Daleks. Davroso. Davroso. Oh, darling. He would say darling. I don't know why. Exterminate, darling. Oh my God. Davros finds a girlfriend. Oh, Davros finds love. That's it. Davros finds love. The misogyny of the Daleks. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, you can do that shit forever. The patriarchy of the Daleks. The toxicity of the Daleks. Toxic Daleks. The romance of the Daleks. The darling in the Daleks. From planet damn it, I can't say that. That's funny. Days of our Daleks. God, that's what we're getting right now. The vibrations of the Cybermen. Oh yes. This is good. Beverly Hills Daleks. Strictly Dalek. Exact. There you go. Best Doctor Who, Patrick Troughton. Strictly Dalek. That's what we'll get. Oh my God. They're coming out with a reality show here in America where it's the Masked Singer. So they have singers dressed up like freaking sports mascots and shit. And we're supposed to guess the singer. Oh boy. And it actually kind of looks like an interesting show. Now it's PG-13. Oh man. Daleks actually. That's good. That's good. I like it. Uh, uh, Dalek looks like a lady. The big Dalowski. That would be funny. Like a loser Dalek. A loser Dalek who smokes pot all day. Like, yeah, there was one. Okay, we get one where who was the most hippie doctor? It'd have to be kind of the fourth doctor, right? I mean, didn't look like a hippie, but who would be the doctor who would most likely spark up a J? Fucking Tom Baker. Okay. So Tom Baker introduces the Daleks to weed and it works on one. And we've got like a loser Dalek. Oh, man. The millennial of the Daleks. Penn Farm Girl. Gary, people want to give you money and support the channel. T-shirts and calendar needed. Okay. Those require time. But you're right. It is time. So what's going to happen, folks, is I'm going to have to take like a few days off to handle all this stuff, which sucks because I hate to do it while the channel's rolling, but it's got to be done. I got to get these stuffs out. And you're right, Penn Farm Girl. You're right. I'm also going to try to enlist some help. I've got some help enlisted. I've been doing it. I mean, like, we have hosts come on, but I do everything, which I'm not complaining. I like doing everything. Bit of a control freak. But yes, we need to get that stuff going. You're right, Penn Farm Girl. That will happen. I sometimes I'm not timely, but I finish shit I say I'm going to start. I absolutely finish. Sometimes it's a little late, but it happens. The Dalek Sonic Massacre, 2001, A Dalek Odyssey, Cyber Claws. That'd be kind of funny. Dalek in the White House. Smash the like button. Yes. Please lick that like button. Please lick that like button. We all support Nerdrotic. Thank you so much. You're at, by the way, Captain Robert April is at 878 subs. He is 22 away from 1,000 and being monetized. Now it's going to take you a second to get monetized again, Cap. The process is fracking slow right now. Cooking with the Daleks. We could do this all day. Brexit, the exit of it would be Dalexit. Wish we have a Hoogsit right now. Cowboys versus Daleks. That would be very quick. Toy Dalek story. Yes. The best little whorehouse in Scarrow. Yeah. Daleks do Dallas in a very different way. Oh man. Yeah. So you get one Dalek stoned. Yeah, the loser of the Daleks, or yes. It's dial D for Dalek. Oh man. Okay. So I'm gonna let you guys get to your Christmas shopping. I'm going to keep this one short because I got to get to my Christmas shopping and I've got to work on a couple videos for you guys. 50 Shades of Daleks. Oh, God, that's probably what we're going to get is different colored Daleks. Oh my God. But I will be doing a stream tomorrow, folks. Keep an eye on nerdrotic.com for the schedule. And we will do a Christmas stream where we'll just have some fun. I'm gonna read. There's a couple really long Christmas ideas that were really good that I want to read you that I couldn't put in the video, or the video would have been 20 minutes long. But a couple people, like one guy wrote me a script, and the other guy wrote, I mean, Kato knows, like a freaking outline that were both really, really good. So I didn't want to leave those out. Plus, I want to get to some other ones. There were so many. That was great. That was freaking brilliant. I got to hit play on this. I'll get back to the chat. Mary Dalek. There you go. The Great Dalek Bake Off. Happy Xmas, everybody. Cyber Soy Men. A Dalek to remember. It's a Wonderful Dalek. Yes. They've already done kind of a porn name for the Dalek, Inside the Dalek. So, Delegating for the Daleks. PC Daleks advice on exfoliate. that's hairdresser Dalek. Exfoliate. uh, Deep Dalek, a Dalek Carol. Yeah, you listen. Happy Christmas and Happy Christmas and Merry Christmas to everybody. Even Chris Chibnall, Jodie Whittaker, J.J. Abrams, Kathleen Kennedy, Paul Feig. No, Rianne Johnson. Do we want to, even Rianne Johnson? Merry Christmas. Come correct. Do the right thing, and get the hell away from our. Just walk away. Don't even try to fix it. Damage is done. All will be forgiven if you just walk away right now and don't come back. Go do something else. Go screw up. Go make your own stuff and screw it up. Stop screwing up our stuff, and all will be forgiven. And don't worry, we'll be here. We nerds will be here to pick up the pieces after you tourists and everybody's done and gone with genre and you're bored with it, with comics and everything. After you've destroyed everything, we'll be here to pick up the pieces and probably watch fan films and listen to Big Finish. And I'm okay with that at this point. I'm really okay with it. Just stop. Just freaking stop. That Rotten people say don't put much into Rotten Tomatoes, man. The Rotten Tomatoes audience scores are real, folks. They're real. They should be listened to, and I guarantee you they've noticed it. Well, they've had to have noticed it. A bunch of us have done videos on it. I can't keep track of everybody. Okay. So openly, there's other Doctor Who channels that probably do stuff similar to mine. I try not to watch their stuff because I don't want to have anything even sink in subliminally. It's not like I'm trying to avoid them. There will be a time when all this is over that I will go back and watch all their stuff. So, I mean, we're in the fight together, and that's great. Support them. Do what you need to do. But I can't watch their stuff because I can't let anything influence me, and I don't want to I don't want to copy. I'd be we're all have our own takes on things. Apparently, there's a couple I haven't watched, but I mean, I subscribe to them to support them, but I can't watch their stuff. Yeah, I hope you understand that. And I'd understand if they didn't watch mine. So, but they look like good YouTubers, so I like that. Yeah, just stop. Just freaking stop. And then we'll stop. We'll stop. Believe me, I got a whole other franchise to take on in a couple weeks here. I can't be doing two. Yeah. So yeah, Star Trek Discovery is coming, folks. It's right around the corner. As a matter of fact, a week from this Thursday, we get our last short trek, which looks bloody awful. And then the season starts, and here we go to the races again. So there's one more episode of Doctor Who, then there's no Doctor Who for a year. I predict by summer, we'll hear Jodie's leaving and Chris is leaving. That'll be my guess. Game of Daleks. Daleks on a train. Yeah. Daleks on a plane. Fried green Daleks. Orville is coming in 6 days, folks. Thank God for so good. So please join us. Join me and Susan live. 15 minutes. Oh, not even. We're going to go on live the minute it's over. The minute it's over, we will be live. Come jump over. We'll talk about it. Basically, how we started here is we're kind of like Talking Dead, except we don't have any guests. And no, there's no Me Too. Although I think that guy kind of got screwed, honestly. I don't think he actually did anything wrong. My opinion. And it's like a TV party. So we watch the television show, then we go live, and then all of us discuss it. We kind of work through it. Had a great time in the Counterpart one last night. By the way, watch Counterpart. Last night's episode was so good. I watched it again. I picked up more stuff. If you Counterpart fans are still in here, real quick before I go, there's twins involved. I do think there's multiple realities involved, and there's some crazy shit going on. You get two J.K. Simmons, and there's Doctor Who actors in it. Okay. It's great. It's really, really great. 2001 is the best LSD trip. Ooh, I've got to agree with you, Thanos. It really is. Now I quit acid quite a bit. I would love to have seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse on acid. That ending, oh my God, that was beautiful. That was fucking beautiful. Great counterpart video. Very nutty. It's great. Thank you, Natasha. Yeah, it was visceral. I watched that episode and I was a little late because I wanted to watch a couple things again just to get my, my ducks in a row, make sure my theories were right. And they're wrong, but I mean, it's fun thinking about them. So Watership Dalek. There you go. You guys are still going. I love you guys. All right, everybody. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Thank you. I mean, we had over 300 people watching this on Christmas Eve. Blows me away. You guys are all amazing. I want to thank the super chats here. So we just saw our wonderful patrons here, and let's go over it. We got to thank the super chats as well. Cannot go around without doing that. Because this keeps the lights on. It keeps me subscribed to all this damn subscription, which is getting more and more every day. So we had the Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey for £2, Liam Hodgetts for £5, Reaverman for £2, Uniform Coin for $1.99. Thank you so much. Ridiculed Riptiled Reviews. Please check it out at 100 Swedish dollars. Mr. Twisted 72 for $2. The DJD Show, my good friend and wrench. Go check out his channel. $1. Brent Newman for £5, TM Martin for $10, Gamer Gambit for $5, Santo Dominus for 25 Canadian dollars, Michael Diggum for £5, Natsu Dragnet. How did I miss this one? Diversity, yay, LOL. Oh man, I'm Natsu. I suck for missing this one. I'm sorry. Pen Farm Girl, $5, Gary. And she reminds me again, we got to get those. We have t-shirts and calendars. The calendar ideas, feelings, and hallways. We're going to roll with it. Okay, Gamer Gambit. Merry Christmas, even to you Grinches. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Thank you, everybody. I want you to have a Merry Christmas. And hey, if you could show up to the live stream tomorrow, that is great. It'll probably be in the morning. Keep an eye on nerdrotic.com. And I'll also mention it in the community section. Everybody, be good to each other. Be nice. Have a good time. Have fun. And, happy holidays. Happy Christmas, as you say in the UK. Ciao.